West Ham United are through to the quarter-finals of the Europa League with a 5-star performance from the Hammers, sending us and booking our spot in the last day of the European competition. What a performance that was. Simply sensational to a man tonight. And you know what? I'm an individual that gives David Moyes a lot of criticism, but tonight, simply sensational. He got that bang on tonight. He could have started just the three attacking players in Kudus, Paqueta and Bowen, but no, he identified a weakness in Freiburg, and boy, did we exploit it tonight. Mikel Antonio, take a bow. That first half performance rolled back the years for Mickey. He was absolutely brilliant, and the catalyst to our goals in the end and our fantastic performance throughout the entirety of that game, pretty much. He was just, they were scared of him. They were petrified of him, were Freiburg, because he just kept picking the ball up in deep areas and running at them and not being afraid at all. That's the Mikel Antonio that we've seen over the years that we've grown to love. Absolutely brilliant. And I can run through the goals. I mean, Paqueta scored the opening one just to relieve and alleviate that bit of pressure of the 1-goal deficit. That was eliminated inside 10 minutes at the London Stadium. I've got to actually get up the other goal scorers because there were so many tonight. We don't say that too often, do we? So Paqueta inside 10 minutes from a corner. I think there was a series of like 3 or 4 corners inside 10 minutes where we sort of built and steadily built the pressure up. It intensified and in the end ended in Lucas Paqueta turning one in at the back post. And then about 20 minutes later, it was Jarrod Bowen who gave West Ham the lead on aggregate with a really, really smart finish. He picked up the ball as he normally does and just sort of drove with it and bent it into the corner really nicely. A proper striker's finish, and of course buoyant after receiving that England call up earlier on today. Moving into the second half, then Aaron Cresswell got in on the action and everyone was screaming for him to hit it first time when the ball came to him so sweetly just on the edge of the box. But he took a touch in proper free kick style and just nudged the ball on and whipped it in to that right-hand corner. A brilliant, a divine finish from Aaron Cresswell, and I couldn't be happier for him as well. One of the several fairy tales tonight. Aaron Cresswell, he's had a tough couple of years, but he's been an incredible servant to West Ham, and he deserves that absolutely, and didn't put a foot wrong tonight, despite me not wanting him to start, so I'll eat my humble pie there. And then Mohamed Kudus gets on the action. Oh my God, what a goal on a 77th minute from the Ghanaian international. He picks the ball up 20, 30 yards inside our own half and goes, do you know what? Sod it. Runs past about 6 or 7 Freiburg players, cuts up the last player and just puts it in again to that bottom right-hand corner. And, well, what a goal. What a goal. One of the best goals to be scored at the London Stadium in its history so far. That's up there with some of the Payet goals that we've seen scored from a West Ham player in the bowl. Words can't describe that. It defies description. What a goal from Mohamed Kudus. And then he got another goal, because why not, on the 85th minute, 5 minutes from time. Similar to the Bowen one, actually, from just outside the box. Cool and calm as you like, easy as you like, in to the bottom corner to finish things off. A 5-star performance. That's my roundup of the game. Let's see who's joining us in the chat. Thank you very much indeed. For everybody for being with us this time around. That was absolutely amazing, absolutely massive difference from last week's poor performance. And that was down to one man, Mikel Antonio. There's absolutely no doubt about it. Changed the complete complexion of the tie, Mikel Antonio. He was the difference. Just that outlet. And we discussed it on the build-up show. I discussed it with Phil, who was live outside the London Stadium. And we came to a collective agreement that that outlet that Antonio provides was going to help us tonight, and it didn't just help us, it got us through comfortably to the next round. Now look, we can big up our performance, we can say how good we were tonight, which I have done, and because we were. Freiburg were awful. They were absolutely awful. They didn't deserve that lead coming over to the second leg. That was down to our own complacency and naivety towards the back end of the first leg. I thought that game was just a 0-0 game, because it was, and so we had that deficit to contend with, and we dealt with that early, which was exactly what we needed to do. I've stressed it in 3 or 4 shows in the build up to this game. We had to start on the front foot. We started on the front foot by putting out that lineup to start with. That was starting on the front foot, and then a come on you Irons just before kickoff as well. I was like, okay, and the atmosphere continued to build around that stadium, and that was just a lot better than anything we've seen pretty much all season in there. The atmosphere just really drove those players on and helped that performance reach the level it did, because one of the best performances we've seen all season, no doubt about it. It was controlled, and the only issue, there's one, was Edson Alvarez picking up that yellow card. What a huge miss he will be in the first leg of the quarter-final, because he's picked up so many yellow cards. He's suspended for the first leg. Look, he took Paqueta off, who was visibly disgruntled with that decision because of the yellow card issue, I think, and maybe a slight niggle he picked up in the first half. Paqueta was withdrawn, and I think Alvarez should have been withdrawn at a similar time as well. With the game done, it would have been a wise thing to do. Moyes didn't do it, and a rush of blood went to Alvarez's head, and he picked up a needless yellow card, which is the only nitpick, which is the only frustration I have from tonight, because apart from that, we were completely and utterly flawless. We are still on a European tour. It continues. The draw is at 12 noon tomorrow. Will take place in Switzerland, in the headquarters of UEFA. And I pray to not get Liverpool. Anybody. Honestly, anybody. I believe with the games, I will run through the other results from the 5:45 kickoffs that have just finished around the ground in Europe. Of course, there's another round at 8 o'clock to go through. But the final results are Benfica are through, which does mean Rangers are out, Villarreal are out, Marseille are through, Milan are through, Benfica are through, and Marseille are through. There's some huge names in there, and some teams that are a lot better than what we've played against tonight. But look, let's bring on anyone. Apart from Liverpool, I'll have anyone, because it's going to be one hell of a European tour. That is why I've got Antonio on my shot. I think that's his best performance I've seen in years from Mikel Antonio, especially that first 45 minutes. A completely revitalised player. And you know what? A player that was there to prove a point tonight, Mikel Antonio. He changed it on Sunday against Burnley. He was rewarded with a start tonight, and he just had the bit between his teeth, didn't he? He knew the task in hand, and he completed it in fashion. And what a difference making to putting Kudus on the right wing, having Kudus and Bowen on the flanks. I mean, they all fluctuated together, really, didn't they, those front four? They were here, there and everywhere. Even Alvarez was pushing up. He recognised that they weren't very good, Freiburg. And Alvarez charged on and pressed. And there was an energy that we haven't seen in the West Ham side tonight. And it came at the right time. It came on the right occasion. And simply brilliant. Yeah, and Earthy to get on and get some minutes as well. That was a brilliant touch. Overall, fantastic. Sean, good chance that that result turns out to be better than... good chance that result turns out to be better result for Spurs or Villa or Man U than it actually was for West Ham. All right, Sean, put a glint on it, why don't you? Obviously, Villa, they've got Ajax. That kicks off now, actually. I think is it 7:45 or 8 o'clock? I'm not sure. So they've got Ajax now, and let's hope that goes all the way to extra time and penalties, tires them out ahead of our game at the London Stadium on Sunday. So we've got them to play on Sunday. But just to focus on this just for a bit longer, that was words don't defy that tonight, because that was something we haven't seen in such a long time. And I think we have, as a football club and a fan base, come to take for granted the European nights and all of this, because there will come a stage where we don't have these European nights. We don't have the Thursday night football to look forward to as a football club. We've got to cherish these nights and these moments, because, as I said, we don't know how long they're going to continue on for. And just brilliant tonight, absolutely brilliant. And for everybody that chased home from work to get there tonight, fair play, absolutely fair play. I think there was over 50,000 there, and with the kickoff time we were dealt, I think the fan base handled with it excellently, and as many of you got there as you could. What just happened? That sums up, those three words sums it up. What just happened? Complete and utter disbelief. Paqueta is so satisfying. Just all of them just combining together was just divine, wasn't it? And those front four, start that exact team on Sunday. If I see anything but that team on Sunday, I'm going to be really annoyed, barring maybe a defensive change. I'd start all of that. I start those front four again. Just start them again, because why not? Don't fix something that ain't broken, for goodness sake. They worked perfectly tonight, so chuck them back in there again. That would be my mantra. We got beast mode. He was bullying them. They didn't know what to do. Freiburg. They didn't know whether they were coming or going. We were ripping them apart on several occasions. We just ripped them a new one, and that's a testament to the attacking quality that we know is in this side. Yeah, Alvarez misses the quarterfinal against any of the big teams left. If we get Liverpool, I'm just going to be so frustrated. No pressure on us in the quarters. One bad point is we lose the machine for the next leg we do. Phillips was awful when he came on, sending him on gardening leave until the end of the season. Rangers lose. They were 1-0 down. Yeah, I believe that's full time. Yeah, they have lost. So it was on aggregate, it was level, and Benfica won at Ibrox. That's frustrating for them. A goal from Rafa Silva on the 65th minute have sent Benfica through. I've been to the Benfica Stadium twice. That's an amazing city, an amazing stadium as well. That would be brilliant. Portugal, Lisbon, Benfica, get us there. Absolutely get us there. It would be awesome to come up against Liverpool, Milan. Yeah, no, I'm not sure about Liverpool. We get to play Liverpool twice a season as it is. I'm not entirely convinced on that. I'd prefer for us to get, honestly, if we get Milan, brilliant. Milan, Roma, Benfica, that'll be my top three. We just want one of these amazing cities to go to and have just a right good 2 days. Let's just avoid Liverpool if it was me, because as I said, we get to go there twice a year as it is, or we get to play them twice a year as it is. So Liverpool, we'll leave them to the Premier League, or leave them to a latter stage, i.e. in Dublin. Milan or Benfica, absolutely. That would be just, out of this world. We nearly had exactly, Soufal nearly got on the score sheet at the end as well, denied by the shoulder of the Freiburg keeper. That would have just put the icing on the cake, wouldn't it? I mean, it wouldn't have been a 5-star performance, it would have been a 6-star performance then. But honestly, I was just like, oh no, if anything was going to finish it off, it was going to be a Soufal goal, and he just couldn't quite get it in. Back to low block on Sunday, guaranteed. I prefer for us to avoid another Premier League club in the next round, because we seem to step up against the foreign sides. It's the occasion, it's just that difference that these sides bring. Yeah, get me to Milan, get me to Portugal, get me to Italy, get me anywhere apart from Liverpool, please. 5-0 was 50-1. Well, there was a couple of outside wins at Cheltenham today, and that certainly was an outsider. Yeah, Brighton won't be getting through, that's for sure. Well, who knows? They're 4-0 down at home to Milan, Roma, sorry. But, you never know, do you? But overall, just brilliant tonight. Can't take that smile off of my face, and yeah, buzzing for it, absolutely buzzing for it. The draw is at 12 noon tomorrow. I'm going to be in a lesson, but believe me, I'll be peeking down and watching the draw and seeing who we will pull out of the little balls that they pull the names out of. I'm going to say out of the thing then, but that's not how it works, is it? And yeah, I'm just buzzing for it. As long as we don't get Liverpool, I am buzzing for it. Or what if Sparta Prague go and score 5 goals at Anfield tonight and Liverpool are out? Who knows? Who knows? Thank you very much indeed for watching. My final thought is Kudus, brilliant. Creswell, what a goal that was. Bowen at his best. Paqueta, brilliant. And the main word and my main praise goes to Mikel Antonio tonight. Come back into the side in a high-pressure game, in a game that has meant that means so much. He's been short of game time. He's short of confidence. And to put in that performance tonight is nothing short of brilliant. Mikel Antonio, that's for you. Well done. Absolutely brilliant tonight. And he's rewarded. He should be rewarded with another start again on Sunday if he's fit enough to play. And I think we've seen the Mikel Antonio that is still in him. I think he's just dwindled out a little bit over the last 12 months or so. His quality has just been lost a little bit. But tonight he's reinforced, he's reinstalled what he can do and the threat that he imposes on defenders, because they had an absolute nightmare tonight trying and contemplating to deal with Mikel Antonio. They just simply couldn't hack it. And that's where we want Antonio to be. That's the impact that we want Mikel Antonio to be having. Brilliant tonight. Barring the Alvarez yellow card, it was flawless. From me, come on, you irons. And I will see you right here on West Ham Official. We're all going on a European tour. A European tour. Get in there. There was some nervousness going into this tonight. Listen, a lot of the fan base thought we'd win, and I thought we'd win. But that light is flickering. But, there's still that bit of apprehension about it, because they could have turned up and knocked us out tonight, but they didn't. And at no stage, once that first whistle had been blown, did I think they were going to knock us out, because we put in the exact performance that was requested and required tonight. We started on the front foot and we didn't take off of the gas. We consistently scored goals in regular intervals through the game and had complete control. And if we can do that in the next round, well, that's 3 successive European quarterfinals for West Ham under David Moyes in 3 seasons. It's been a hell of a ride, and I just hope it doesn't end in the next round, because we are absolutely loving it. The smile is not going to leave my face. I've battled through it. I haven't sneezed as well. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Come on, you Irons. There'll be a video tomorrow morning, just recapping it all and reminiscing on this performance tonight, and then we'll build up to that game against Villa on Sunday. Until then, come on, you Irons. See you soon. What a win. What a win. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.